It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Today, the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration continues, and we've got a great one for you. Between the Las Vegas Raiders are ready to get this one going. And off we go from SoFi. Trey Tucker to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. And get 22 out of that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. We've set it downs from 37. Baker now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's taken down at the 30. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Got his man, it's Golden. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas first down.
And a Las Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a screen for Achane. Jukes away from one. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 3 now. Now first run of the game, Zamir White. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that, he's pushed backwards to the 5. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look.
And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. All right, partner, 1 drive in, and we can say it. This guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. It might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some juice up, throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception! Amik Robertson takes it away. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
We've set it down from 37. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just 1 play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
This game, Brock, all the games today and tonight, part of a busy week of football for all of us. Their traditional 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. We had our Black Friday game a couple of days ago, all a part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend, honoring the legendary football icon.
Yeah, legendary guy whose impact still is felt to this day. You know, these guys playing today, they all watch it, just like you and me in the football world on Thursday and Friday. Now they get their chance to go out and perform on a pretty darn special weekend.
He's got a man left. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Sent down by Cody Barton.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Raiders and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Into traffic, complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Las Vegas.
1st down, here's Baker. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Achan up the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Raider 1st down.
Staying on the ground here with Achan. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Still makes the stop.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st down, Raiders.
And stick with Achan. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Raiders.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. 2nd and 3 now. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Throwing. Baker. He had it for a moment it, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Baker throwing again. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal. White will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on second and goal. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. To throw, Mayfield. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
After the sack, offense dealing with third and goal now from the 10. Third and long for him here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull that in front further, 13-zip. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Noel to return this. Escapes a defender, and he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. So first down from the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give to Mason. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Will get it completed to Travion Henderson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers.
Herbert now off the play fake. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Raiders and running back Devon Achane getting back to work. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Baker now from the gun. That's Cup on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, Every defense will go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Throwing again is Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. He gets it forward a little to his 46. Hauled down by a familiar face to the silver and black, perennial All-Pro in the end of their Oakland Raider days. There's Khalil Mack. Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up fourth down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First play in the drive. Here's Mason. He's going to have them up to that 23. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down. Short pass brought in. And on first down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
A gain of 2.
Jason will try this one up the gut. And only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Raiders send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. First and 10 from the 32. They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Achane, a first down carry. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More football from SoFi in just a moment. First and 10 from the 32. Achane again. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15. First down, Raiders.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down. They'll air it out on third. Here's a screen for Achane. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. McPherson's kick is good. And that will add to their score.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Noel to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Charger offense late in this first half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32.
Herbert from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Raiders have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. There's enough time they can work into field goal range before actually attempting one as time expires. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. A throw right side finds Cup. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. From the gun, Mayfield finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All set now, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The timeout taken by Vegas, that's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to line, this is 2nd and 4. Sticking in the air, here's Mayfield. Has it at the 7. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Prater puts it through. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Give left side to Mason. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
That's another Chargers.
Henderson here from the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10.
Chargers, 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on a quick hitter. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Now I'll give it to Mason. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3.
Mason will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Again, it's Mason. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Prater adds the PAT. And the Chargers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Raiders send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Bolden there to grab it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
First down, here's Baker. Gets this one to Myers. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 3 now.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 40.
Baker now from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down.
Throwing again, it's Mayfield. Caught, Trey Tucker makes the play. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Stepping up, and he's going to run. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. To throw is Mayfield. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And that brings up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded by Henderson. He dodged the tackle. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Chargers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Herbert. Nakua here, he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
And the Chargers are still.
Mason gets it from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Running once more with Mason. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. The Raiders and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Mayfield on 1st and 10. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Mayfield will look to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. This one gets to the 22. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Chargers are going to opt for a 50B 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds Kupp again. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down, Las Vegas.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. First and 10 from the 32. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
First down, Raiders.
It's Achane on the inside give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! 1st and 10 from the 43. They run. It's Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. From the red zone on 1st. By the pylon. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
White's going to try to smash his way in. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Mayfield's going to look to throw this. And he's got a man. Complete. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. Whenever you're throwing for 2, you always expect to see the pass go into the end zone because otherwise you risk defenders rallying to the ball and stopping it short.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. With the defensive speed in today's league, gosh, you're just taking a risk anytime you throw it short of the end zone.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Fielded by Henderson. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, while this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate, this drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. All set to go now from the 35.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. On the move, past the 40. Down the left sideline he goes. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a
know,
Tyrese Maxey, you know. But whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. Yeah, they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Now Prater on to send it away. Returning it from the 4. Cheeks away from 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Raiders and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll start the drive with Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Completed over the middle. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. Third down coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. We'll drop this down to Achane. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Las Vegas.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Achane gets it. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now stick with Achane. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Achane to the right. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. Didn't do it there.
It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Raiders getting closer to their 10th win of the season. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. McPherson's kick is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
No to return this. Good work so far. He's got room. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Chargers, still receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. First and 10, Herbert. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line. Looking to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Down in the fourth, offense staying out there for this. Running for it, it's Henderson. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And even with a good amount of the final 2 minutes remaining, no timeouts left, so they should be able to kneel this out. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.